Welcome to SoberSherpa.com. Today we're doing a micro lesson and the topic is eliminating your vulnerabilities. Now let me give you a little backstory here. When I was struggling with relapses, I was encouraged to identify my vulnerabilities. And there was one particular case where I had a relationship with an individual. It was actually a business relationship that I was stuck in. And I was not acting in the most useful way to my recovery and my life. So just to get right to the point, I was acting in a passive aggressive way. I was afraid of speaking my mind because of the consequences that would result if I made this individual mad. Basically, my finances, my income hinged on this relationship. And it was volatile to say the least. So basically, I just had to pussyfoot around and be very passive so I wouldn't upset this individual. But that had consequent and negative effects on me to where I would overreact emotionally. That created the burden of emotional baggage, which ultimately led to me becoming overwhelmed, and I would relapse. I would want to get out of that state of pain, and therefore I would drink. So what I ended up doing, how I ended up turning this into a learning experience, and what I would say is a teachable moment for me, is what I identified is that this individual doesn't know any better. I know his family, I know his father, and I know that I'm acting surprised at this situation day in and day out, or week in and week out, acting like it's a surprise. I'm a little bit losing my train of thought here, but I'm going to try to wrap this up real quick. Is that if you adopt the philosophy that nothing is a surprise, okay, then you put yourself in a position, okay, to be more strong-minded and less vulnerable when the occurrences happen where you can become vulnerable. So here's what I came up with as a takeaway. This individual doesn't know any better. I know this. So why act surprised when it happens? So what this allowed me to do is to create a teachable moment where I would empower myself to not react in the same way. And here's the important thing. Today I'm coming up on 4 years of continuous sobriety. I've had up to 6 years before. I've had 1 year, I've had 5 years, I've had 3 years, but the relapse has eluded me. So here's the takeaway. Here's the teachable moment. I proactively worked on my vulnerabilities, which ultimately enabled me to prevent my relapses from happening. Today, my most important thing every day is to not relapse. It's number one. So anyway, this is a micro lesson. I went on a little bit longer, but I don't really do too much video, so I'm not quite that polished. But maybe if I do more videos, I will become more polished. Right? Anyway, SoberSherpa.com. Together we do recover. Basically, what the Sober Sherpa is I wish that I would have found a person, had a sponsor who could teach me the things that I know now. And that would have eliminated years of trial and error. So what I'm doing, this is a 12-step, sharing what I learned along the way about rehabilitation, how to prevent relapses from happening. Anyway, the website is Sober Sherpa. If you're struggling and you like some assistance, and you'd like some feedback, go to sobersherpa.com. You can send us an email. You can send us a voicemail. You can actually call me directly. And I will answer your question and hopefully help you work through your situation. If you'd like to be a part of Sober Sherpa and get a question answered, and we share that with the audience, with the Sober Sherpa community, that'd be awesome, because ultimately what I'd like to do is have this become a knowledge bank of life lessons and teachable moments so that we can all help each other. Good looking out.